What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. Now, we had a couple days off. We was watching football. We was doing things. But y'all know, when records are being broken in women's college basketball, I gotta hop on the mic steadfast in a hurry. Now, reigning National Player of the Year in women's college basketball, Caitlin Clark, just dropped a casual, little slight 30-point triple-double in front of over 50,000 Hawkeye fans, packed in their football stadium, crossover at the Kinnick, breaking history. And y'all know stars shine under the biggest lights on the brightest stages. This monumental event kicked off women's college basketball officially. Caitlin Clark, do you hear me? She might average over 30 this year, y'all. I am not playing. Now, they beat up on DePaul, and but you know what? Before we get into all that, wait a minute. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. And join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming weekly, daily, whenever you need it. Now, back to business. We got women's hoops, y'all, on the college level. Let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
50,000 people coming to watch you play today. It's going to be on national television. This kicks off the entire women's basketball season today. The Iowa Hawkeyes do. And so I want you to take a moment and think about it. And remember this. This is going to be a moment that you remember when you're old and you have kids or grandkids and you can say, I did that. I played in front of 50,000 people. You guys, when I started coaching and playing, I was lucky to play in front of 50 people, let alone 50,000. That's how far we've come. That's how far this game has come. That's how far you have taken it. Without what you did last year, this would not be happening. So you created this, all right? And I want you just to enjoy it. I want you to remember it, enjoy it, put it in that brain so you'll never ever forget it. This is something special that you guys are a part of. And so just enjoy it, okay? I'm really proud of you guys for being able to accomplish this. Really proud of you.
Listening to that speech from Coach Bluter, man, it gives you chills, showing how much the college game has grown, how much influence Caitlin Clark and these Iowa Hawkeyes have had on women's college basketball, how many fans are interested. I mean, I told y'all in my last video, she is the most popular athlete in the state of Iowa, and I stand by that. As we saw, she put on an absolute show in this exhibition game in Kinnick Stadium, the home of the Iowa Hawkeyes football team, man. They get it in with DePaul. Clark finished with 34 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists in the 94-72 win over DePaul. She shot an impressive 13 of 26 from the field. Now, when the wind picked up and the three-point shots started to not be an option, they started to get blown away. They weren't accurate. She got busy at the cup, man, attacking the paint, getting into the mid-range, using the screen, using screens, using the entire floor, the entire court, using every angle, every space, every inch to get where she wants to on the court, man. We gotta mention the 11 rebounds and the 10 assists were very impressive, getting ladies involved like Sharon Goodman, Addison O'Grady, who had 10 points, 14 boards, Molly Davis, and y'all know Gabby Marshall is gonna be back in action, letting that thing fly once again this year. I'm just looking at the film, y'all, and I'm telling you, I'm feeling like she's going to be averaging somewhere around 32 points per game. I don't care who they're playing and how many defenders are on her. It's going to be unguardable. It's going to be a long night. She's going to get hers. I mean, she came out firing. We saw the range. She came out getting it off the dribble. She came out aggressive, attacking the cup, showing improved strength in my opinion. She's looking stronger. She's looking a little quicker. She's looking a little more precise. She's looking a little sharper with the basketball this season. And we are expecting teams to key in on her with some key departures from this Iowa team. The supporting cast will have to step up and really support her. But Clark, 30-ball triple-double? I mean, 55,000 fans? Come on. It was packed in there. It was loud. It was rowdy. That's one of the biggest crowds this stadium has seen all year. I think it was the biggest crowd this stadium has seen all year. Sheesh. I think it's fair to say the crossover at the Kinnick was a monumental success. And one thing to note, it was bigger than basketball. And that is really what matters. They kicked their season off officially November 6th against Fairhill-Dickinson. Looking at it, Iowa's first true test doesn't come until they go up against Virginia Tech and Liz Kitley. The Hawkeyes also had some key departures in the backcourt, so that'll be a good look. But looking at the schedule, man, honestly, I could see them going undefeated up until like deep into conference play. Indiana, January 13th. That's a game that you need to circle. The Hoosiers bringing back talent, and they're coming off a freaking historic season, man. They were the 1 seed in their regional last season in the NCAA tournament. Got bounced out early, but that's a game that I would keep my eye on. Is that Virginia Tech game for sure. That first meeting against Indiana will be a classic. I feel that. Ohio State could be a tough matchup for them as well. You can never sleep on Maryland. And, I mean, other than that, the Big Ten's looking pretty wide open, man. I expect them to beat Ohio State, but it should be a fight. Maryland, that's going to be a dogfight. That's probably the two toughest games on their schedule. Indiana and Maryland will definitely challenge Iowa for that Big Ten championship. Ohio State will have something to say about it as well. But very favorable schedule for Iowa, man, for them to take the Big Ten championship, in my opinion, and get back to the NCAA tournament and make a run. Like, and none of these teams are really daunting or scary. Indiana is very talented. Like, they lost some players, but they should still be really good. So that would probably be their biggest challenge, man. Other than that, I mean, Ohio State's going to be scrappy. They're going to be tough. I like their group. They had a good season last year. Maryland's always going to be their perennial power. Maryland's always going to be there. Iowa, obviously the top dog. Biggest competition's got to be the Marylands of the world, the Ohio States of the world. You know what I'm saying? Schools like that, the Indianas, who we just talked about. Those three matchups will be big tests. Going to Indiana, playing against a team like Maryland, who is going to have something to say, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at a squad like Indiana, like we talked about, major run last year, number 1 seed overall. They're coming back with a chip on their shoulders. They're not catching anybody by surprise this year. And Ohio State brings back some serious talent as well, man. Player of the Year candidate out there. So we'll see, man. I just love how the first game turned out, though. Caitlin Clark picking right back up where she left off. Yes, indeed. Well, that's a wrap for us, man. Let me know in the comments how many games, what's the over and under? How do y'all feel about Iowa State and how they're going to do this season? Y'all holler at me in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation. I absolutely feel like, other than Virginia Tech, that's going to be hands down the toughest non-conference game. They're about to blow through non-conference and get deep in the conference play undefeated, in my opinion. Let me know how y'all feel about it, though. Holler at me in the comments. That's a wrap for us. They're going to need some of those young players to step up, though. I kid you not. Let me know again, though. How y'all feel, man? Holler at your boy. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. This is Live with Brandon Blakeney. Until next time, we out.